Uh, can someone please confirm his recording has been started?
Yeah.
Okay. A very good afternoon, everyone, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am Gaurav Tripathi, and I am going to be Sergeant at Arm for the club today. I welcome you all to the 58th session of Redisis Soundbites Club. A huge round of applause for that. I remember the first time when I saw this email related to the Toastmaster in my mailbox. Few questions came in my mind, like what this thing is, what people do in that, and how they do it and why they do it. So when I joined Toastmaster and I started continuing with the session, I realized all these questions can be answered with a single statement, and that statement is the mission statement of our club. I would like to quote that statement for everyone here. So our mission statement is: we provide a positive and supporting learning experience in which members can develop their communication and leadership skills, which results in greater self-confidence and personal growth. To make this experience more effective, we have set up few ground rules. So first one, please keep your noise-making devices in the silent mode. Number two, please refrain from talking about sex, religion, and politics during the meeting. And number three, please do not leave the meeting in between, but if you have to, please do it at the applause time. While we are talking about experience, as we all are from different backgrounds, we all have our different stories. And that's what makes us different from each other. And actually, this is good. It gives us colors in our life. And our today's session is all about that. It is like it's good to be different, or it's okay to be different. Some days back, when I was like going through YouTube, I found one short video that was a 3-minute video where a book narration was available, and that book name was "It's Okay to Be Different." And author was author is Mr. Todd Parr. I would just like to quote a few things related to that with some additional flavor. Anyway, so what this book says: it's okay to be missing a tooth, or one, or two, or three. It's okay to have shiny hairs or no hair at all. It's okay if you need someone's help, just share with them. It's okay if you have very small, medium, large, or extra large. You all know like how Ant-Man in Marvel's movie has his own impact, and in the X-Men, the huge Juggernaut, he's having his own impact there. So all has their own perks. Today we are going to discuss more about these things in our session. Without further ado, I would like to call upon the stage our next speaker, who is very proactive. She is like ever ready kind of personality. All means she is always ready to take any role or responsibility whichever comes in path of her. She is none other than our president of Redis's Soundbites, Toastmaster Chitra.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gaurav. I think I'd first like to thank you, Gaurav, for doing this role time and time again and doing it to perfection. Good afternoon, everybody, Toastmasters and guests. It gives me a lot of pleasure in welcoming you to the 58th Toastmaster session of Soundbites Club. Words are, in my not so humble opinion, our most inexhaustible source of magic, capable of both inflicting injury and remedying it. By Professor Dumbledore. Words have power to change us. Words not only help us to communicate, tell stories, help us empathize with others, they make us feel intensely emotional, conjure worlds and tear them apart, right? Our imagination relies completely on words. They are how we make sense of the world, fictional or not so, right? They are powerful and infinite. One such source of word, at least for English, is the Oxford English Dictionary. I guess each one of us would have gone through the dictionary as a child or as adult, right? In fact, my son is currently learning a lesson where they're teaching to refer to the dictionary. This dictionary, as we all know, keeps on adding what is called a new lexical information. Simply put, it is words in various categories, right? Some of the interesting words that I stumbled upon, especially in the computer programming category, are code block, code generator, and this very collaborative coding activity, which is like extremely relevant to all of us currently, is codathon. Apparently it's a word in English, and it was first recorded in 1993. No, I'm not canvassing for anything currently, but be as it may. uh, Words promise us and take us to another world. They help us make sense of where we are currently. Of course, words are magical. At the risk of hyperbolizing, this session does promise us to transport somewhere new. And from the poster, it looks like it's African savannah. Weaving their magical web of words, we have prepared speeches, table topics, and evaluation. Toastmaster Jeevita from Juniper has volunteered to evaluate for us. I would like to warmly welcome her.
Thank you, Chitra.
I would like to say that a picture, not me, actually it's a famous saying, a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? And being a budding logophile, I chose to look at the picture in the poster multiple times now, looks like, right? Last time when we saw this theme, we found the session was different from the theme, but we had a good session. So I guess it's okay to be different. We have someone with us to take us through this journey to Serengeti, from what I assume, right? Someone who has 3 ways of saying this very specific word, sorry. She says sorry, and very, very sorry. Please, you can ping her and ask what these different words mean. More than talk the talk, this person likes to walk the walk, walk the walk, walk the walk. She walks a lot, all the way from her home to office sometimes. I would like to welcome Toastmaster Nitya, our TMOD of the day, to take the session forward.
Thanks a lot for the nice introduction, Chitra. She doesn't like nice, so I'll replace the word with a warm. Okay, thanks. So our theme today is to be different. Probably I was searching for a quote on the same lines. What I found is, why fit in when you were born to be stand out? As soon as I saw it, the very first thing comes to your mind, probably a weight loss or stay fit. It's not that, don't worry about it. Even it's a complicated topic for me. As a kid, everyone might have started as a copycat. From a copycat to a real you, the journey probably worth a story. The twists and turns may seem a hard time or even a funny ones. So now in this session today, as the session goes on, we'll see further on the to be different. How can we be different? Okay. So now in this session, we have 3 agendas. So one is the prepared speeches, where Garvit and Simran is giving their speech. And the next session would be the table topics session, where we can see the impromptu skills in us. And the third session is the evaluation session, and that followed by our voting and feedback. So now I'm going to welcome one warm person. In short, I would describe her as a superwoman, because that's what I see her as. She's a polymath. I would say she's a walking or human dictionary and an IMDb. So let's welcome our general evaluator for today's session, Chitra. Yes, Chitra, you can.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nitya. Yeah, I refer to the dictionary a lot. I guess so do many people, right? So like Nitya explained, evaluation section of the Toastmaster session will be carried out by not just me, but I have an able team of evaluators who would be specifically looking at the prepared speeches, and a tag team, that is the timer, the R counter, and the grammarian. So I'd like to first call upon the evaluator of Toastmaster Sairam's speech, Toastmaster Jivita, to not Sairam, sorry, Simran's speech for the speech objectives, please.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. So I think it's going to be a wonderful session. We had a very good start. It's okay to be different. Just a second. Yeah. To my targeted speaker, the purpose of this project is for the member to learn about different type strategies that can be used when negotiating. The purpose of the speech is for the member to share some aspects of past or future negotiations in his or her life. So timer note, the speech length is 5 to 7 minutes. With this, all the very best to my targeted speaker, Simran. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Jivita. Next up, we have a speech from Toastmaster Garvit, which is his repeat speech, L1P2S2. I would like to call upon Toastmaster Spurti, who is his evaluator, for the speech objectives, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. The purpose of Garvit's speech today is to demonstrate what he or she applied, how he applied the feedback received from his previous speech and presented to us today. So all the best, Garvit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Spurti. Next, I would like to call upon the timer of the day. Timer Rakesh is playing any role in a Toastmaster session for the first time. So I would like all of you to applaud and encourage him. Rakesh, can you please?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for giving me the role of timer over here. My role as a timer is to monitor time during prepared speeches, table topics, and evaluations. As at the end of the meeting, I will report the times of each participant. This will let you know if you delivered your presentation within the attend time frame. For prepared speeches, the time slot is from 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will use this green card. At 6 minutes, I will use this yellow card. And at 7 minutes, I will use this red card. Okay. For evaluation, the time slot given to 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will show this green card. Again, for 2.5 minutes, I will show yellow card. And at 3 minutes, I will show this red card. Is these cards are okay for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And for table topics, the time slot given is 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will show this green card again. At 1.5 minutes, I'll show this yellow card again. At 2 minutes, I'll show this red card. Okay. So this is all from my side.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rakesh. I would like to next call upon our R counter for the day, Toastmaster Darshan.
Thanks, Toastmaster Chitra. Good afternoon. My role as R counter is to note and keep track of words and sounds used as a crutch or possible by anyone who speaks during the meeting today. The use of inappropriate interjections such as and, well, but, so, like, you know, as well as sounds like will be noted. I'll present my report at the end of the meeting when called upon by the
Thank you, Toastmaster Darshan. Next up, I'd like to call upon the grammarian Toastmaster Sairam for briefing his role and introducing the word of the day.
Good afternoon, everyone. My role as grammarian is to introduce the word of the day and encourage its use by speakers, evaluators, as well as table topics participants. I will note who uses the word of the day correctly or incorrectly. I will listen to the word usage and note any awkward or misuse of the English language, such as incomplete sentences, incorrect grammar, malapropisms, etc. So the word for today is juggernaut. Not sure if any of you have heard of that, but let me just give the meaning as well. So juggernaut refers to anything which is a huge, powerful, and an overwhelming force. So here is a sample sentence. Reliance Industries now has become a corporate juggernaut. Okay, and just one brief information regarding this word. This word has its roots from India. Juggernaut is from Lord Jagannath. After the Jagannath Rath, something which is unstoppable, huge, and an overwhelming force. They have derived this word and called it Juggernaut. So I will be looking out for the usage of this word, and all the best to all the participants. Over to you, Chitra.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saira. I thought malapropism or whatever was going to be the word of the day, which is difficult to pronounce. I think thanks for making it juggernaut. So at the end of the session, that is the third section of the meeting, I would be coordinating various the evaluators, the tag team, and presenting my report of the overall session, how it was conducted. I'd be back with my report towards the third section. Thank you. I'd like to call upon Toastmaster Nitya.
Thanks, Chitra. So in the early 1980s, when apartheid was in South Africa, a brave woman was in a delivery pain. The doctor took her up to the hospital. Cut her belly and reached in and pulled out a half white and a half black baby who violated n number of laws and regulations. I was born a crime. This is how the Trevor Noah reveals his biography title. Among all the things in the world, why am I telling this? It is because be different, even if it means breaking the rules. Because in the story, the brave woman, who is the Trevor Noah mother, has dared to break the rules, and the story goes on with the and the story goes on. So now I would like to welcome the first speaker, who is a pseudo Bangalorean. He's a cinephile and a huge fan and follower of any sports, especially football and F1. The footballer in you, Garvit. Garvit, the footballer in you. Welcome, Garvit, for your speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nitya. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. The biggest religion in this world isn't even a religion. A quote from one of my favorite footballing stars, Fernando Torres, which basically translates to say that the biggest sport in this world is football. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. My name is Garvit Gupta, and today we are going to delve into the beautiful world of football and how it has shaped me as a person. I still remember the very first World Cup that I saw back in 2010. The underdogs of Spain were to take on the formidable and fearless force of the Dutch in the finals. The scores were all at 0-0 until the added time as Andres Iniesta kicks the ball past the goalkeeper to score the winning goal. The 90,000 fans at the stadium and me from my living room erupted with joy. And even though I was standing behind the screen, the enthusiasm and the environment of the stadium was something I had never experienced before. Little did that 11-year-old kid back then know the kind of impact that match would have on me for the later time to come. As I began to watch more and more games, I started having a better understanding of football and how the game is played. Quoting Dennis Bergkamp, behind every kick of the ball, there has to be a thought. And no better way to realize this by pushing yourself onto the field and experiencing the game. So I started playing football. And as I correctly recall, the very first competitive game that I played was at the inter-house tournament in school. But to our disappointment, we lost nearly all of our games. Maybe we were collectively not good enough, or we didn't have the understanding of the game that we required to win the games. But I did take back two main learning points from that tournament. First, you cannot win all the time. Losing is a process, and you have to be involved in that. You have to be prepared to lose. As Francesco Garcia once said, every defeat is a victory in itself. We must learn from our losses to better ourselves. The best way to learn and improve ourselves in no matter what field of life it may be is to introspect our mistakes and work upon them. Second, winning requires teamwork. Not even the great Ronaldinho could win a game against 11 men on the field. You must fight alongside your team, win as a team and lose as a team. As Pele once said, football is a team game. It's not about 1 star or 2 stars or 3-star players. Football is played collectively. The very same thing applies in real life. Working with a team means battling an objective collectively and understanding your team members. Football can definitely be put up there as one of the most physically demanding sports. But apart from being physically challenging, it is mentally even more exhausting. Now, put yourselves in the shoes of a footballer, standing there in the field. You're facing your 11 opponents. It's not just the 11 opponents that you're facing, it's the thousands of fans in the stadium. You are mentally fighting against the several fans booing you. One such incident what that happened was with Granit Xhaka, who was announced as the Arsenal football team's captain back in September of last year. Since his announcement, he hadn't been performing too well. So much so that his own fans started booing him and showed him a lot of hatred on social media. Soon, being stripped of his captaincy, his departure from the club looked imminent at that point of time. But then he slowly started working his way back up into the squad, showing his worth and working his way back up to redeem himself by proving to be one of the most crucial players and the driving force behind the club lifting trophies. A footballer learns to sideline these negativity and hatred and focus on what they are good at. They train themselves hard enough not to get pulled down by anyone else, and this is something we can learn from. We too should not let others bother us, especially those who try to pull us down. We must always remain focused on the task at hand and work hard to achieve it. As the celebrated Lionel Messi once said, you have to fight for your dream. You have to sacrifice and work hard for it. Football has taught me a lot throughout my life, and I am glad to have been a part of this wonderful sport. The learnings that I've taken from football will always stay with me, and I hope that you too can learn from this speech. I would like to finally end my speech by quoting a quote from Ronaldinho, which I find personally very relatable. I have learned a lot with the ball at my feet. Thank you.
Thanks, Garvit. It was a wonderful speech. And the quote often which says the win as a team and the lose as a team was nice. That so now, if you think, if you have a Aladdin magic lamp at your hand, when you rub the lamp, when the genie comes out, your first wish, in case if you're asking that, I want to be myself. The genie's reply would be something like, there is a lot of gray area on your wish. I could not imitate Will Smith here, but probably imagined him saying that lot of gray area in your wish. In my view, everyone has the childish behavior or a character in each one of us, no matter how old we are. We probably hide it or bury it as the time goes or due to various reasons. Only a child may express her thoughts or feelings without processing it and let it out as such. Probably that's what we all should do. Be different and be you. Now, I would like to welcome our next speaker. Her friends call her as a firecracker, who walks to her own beat and she is always cheerful. She's full of love and life to be a partner who is in crime with her. She's a foodie, simply called us Lucknow ki Shikni. Sorry if it means something wrong. So I don't know Hindi. I try to translate it. It says something different. So I'm just telling the one said by her friends. Okay. Go ahead and let's negotiate. Simran, go ahead, let's negotiate. Welcome, Simran, for your next speech.
Hi, Simran. Today we have to make a release to a customer. They are asking about the code base. So today we definitely have to make a release. What, sir? But we cannot make a release today because still it is work in progress. The only thing we can do is maybe we can share the older code base which has everything working, and later on we can share with them the complete code base with some small deadline. Oh, is it? Then maybe that is probably a good idea that we can share a working code base which is a little older. Yes, sir, for sure. We can share a older code base. This was my morning conversation until I knew, okay, this is what I was negotiating. I saw that this is what we do on regular basis and work from home. And now it has become more often and more frequent. Then I realized my speech is about negotiation. I thought, what does it mean? What is the meaning of negotiation? Then I went through its meaning, and it says that to have a discussion with someone in order to reach an agreement with them. Then I realized in everyday life, we negotiate either with our managers, either with our colleagues, either with our siblings, either with our parents, or either with ourselves. Just like today, oh, I have to go for Toastmaster speech and I have to deliver the code base. It's okay. So this is what is negotiation with ourselves. So before we negotiate with others, let's go ahead and negotiate with ourselves and then learn how to negotiate with others. If we see our day-to-day daily life, our daily routine, we negotiate at each and every step. Like, shall I go for pizza today or shall I stick to my diet? Shall I buy this car or shall we go for this car? What our parents suggest. Shall we go with this budget or shall we go with a good car? Shall I take this much amount of work? Will I be able to manage? Or shall I say yes in order to please my manager? Is it what happens? Guys, can you say that you negotiate in each and every step of your life? Say yes or no. I want to listen answers. Okay.
Yes.
And do you even realize that you negotiate? I want to hear again, yes or no? Anybody?
No.
Because I never realized that I'm negotiating.
No.
Okay. So if you negotiate without knowing that actually you are negotiating, that means you are a good negotiator. So big round of applause for that. Now moving on, when I realized, okay, we do negotiation at each and every step. Now my L3 level 3 P1 speech says we have different styles of negotiation. Then I went ahead and I searched what different styles of negotiation do we hold. And I found so many negotiation styles. So maybe in this speech, I will go through with different negotiation styles, and that will help you like which negotiation style should we adopt in our daily life, and what negotiation style are we using in our daily life. So these were the few negotiation styles that I went through. First is the compete negotiation style. So what does compete negotiation style says? It says, I will win and you will lose. This is what it means. So compete negotiation style is a quite aggressive negotiation style, and a party who believes that he will win, he's a strong contender, he's a powerful person, and he has the economic status and everything. So compete negotiation style is good when you are a little powerful. This is what I inferred from that negotiation style. Next, moving on to the other negotiation style, we had the collaborative negotiation style. Here, what it means is, I win and you also win. This collaborative negotiation style, I'll say, recently we all have seen our collaboration with Jio, where we also win and they also win. We also deliver our products and they also polish our products. So this is the collaborative negotiation style which was adopted. Now comes the compromise negotiation style. I am 110% sure this negotiation style we must have adopted. Recently, not recently, but yeah, I have adopted this when I had to compromise on a little thing and still I won, and the other party also had to defeat or lose some points, but still that other party won. So what it is our pay scale that we generally do. So this is the compromise negotiation style. The other negotiation style comes is accommodate negotiation style. Now this negotiation style is, I will lose and you will win. This means I'm not a person who will go into conflicts or who will disagree or who wants to argue. So that person will politely accept all your points because he values the relationship more. But this negotiation style doesn't belong more if we have to go into some business world and henceforth. So these negotiation styles are a little difficult to adapt to our day-to-day daily life. But few of the negotiation styles which are really helpful for us, it is the accommodate for our family and relationship, and the other is the collaborative, where you also win and the other party also win. So this is what the different negotiation style says, and thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks, Simran. That was too much negotiation information. Thanks. Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow know what you truly want to become. These are the quotes by Steve Jobs. Sometimes I felt that I follow my intuition and get into trouble. It's okay. It adds value to your story. So be different and make sure you follow your intuition. Now I'm going to welcome a person who can explain any topic with great detail and with great interest and enthusiasm. In Italian, he can be called as palestrato. who probably wants to work out in a gym very regularly? I'm welcoming Naveen to take us through the table topic session. Naveen, can you please start the table topic session?
Yes, Nisha. Thanks for the introduction, Nitya. So I was just wondering when a general evaluator introduces, right? She didn't introduce me at all. I was wondering why I'm not introduced at all. Okay, so let me introduce myself. Anyway, Nitya is already done. So I'm your table topic master today, and let me share my screen.
We can't see your screen yet now. Is Naveen in the meeting still?
I thought he's not here.
Okay, give.
Chitra, I think his machine has rebooted. I'm sharing meeting link with him again.
Okay, okay. Others, you're not on mute.
Oh, is it?
Okay. Meanwhile, while Naveen joins, probably it would be boring, but I would like to ask each one of you probably to share why you think you are different. Probably I would start with our essay. Gaurav, probably what comes to your mind first?
What comes in my mind is what I feel, the kind of things we experience in our life. That's what puts new ideas in our mind, and due to those ideas, like our action will be like those ideas will be converted to our actions, and that's how our personality is different than each other. So I feel like our experiences, whatever we are seeing, we are feeling, that makes our personality different than others.
Thanks, Gaurav. So I'm just going by the person I see in the screen. So next is Chitra.
Actually, yeah, I think after, I mean, I can't believe Gaurav said all of that off the top of his head. It was so profound, and probably what I would have also said, right? It is our experiences in life and what we learn from each one of them, what we choose to do when we face a certain situation. that makes us different or makes us what we are, right? Whether different or same, of course, is a thing that others perceive. Probably, I wouldn't say that I'm trying to be different or anything, right? That's all.
Thanks, Chitra. So, Sudhindra, can you probably tell a few words about why you think you are different? Or
I'll
your
build
thoughts?
on what Chitra said. It depends on what you pick. In the world, whatever you see, whatever information you come across, no one will tell you what to pick. It is there. Information is lying there. You pick, and you build your own personality. Or, for that matter, it's not personality. I would call it a perspective. Look at the rest of the things that are around. You build your perspective, and you build yourself. It's the perspective that makes a man, and your perspective happens based on the inputs or whatever. However, you have perceived the previous information that you had. So that makes a person unique and different.
Thanks.
Yeah, and just on a lighter note, based on your poster, right? Being different turns heads, right? So yeah, it's nothing wrong to try to be different.
Well said. Thanks.
I can't hear you.
I thought I said it was like a Rajnikant punch dialogue.
No.
I can use that quote next time. Okay. Leave it. It's okay.
Thanks, Sudhindra. So next, Garvit, can you please tell a few words about your thoughts on? Can you hear me?
Yeah. I don't think I have anything else to add after all this. I mean, that was pretty much all that you could add. Yeah, it's all about the perspective, I guess, and how you see things. I mean, for me, it's, if I talk in terms of sports, then I mean, you have different people who support different clubs, different sports. So again, it's a different mindset that they believe in, and that same thing probably follows for the rest of their life as well.
Thanks, Garvit. So Bandal, right? I don't know your full name. Can you spare a few?
It's Rakesh Bandal.
Rakesh Bandal. Can you tell a few words about what you think about being different?
I'd like to share one thing. If any of the person who's back from his or her death understand the meaning of the life, and that person is always different, because that person always try to give importance to people other than the other rest of the things, and that person always try to keep all the people happy, share their feelings, share their thoughts, give time to them, and like that his or her own people to be happy. So be different. That's it.
Thanks. That was a different thought, I think. Good. Thanks. So Naveen, where are you still?
I think we have finished the TTM. I think we are.
Yeah, I think so. So, did you get a chance to check with him? Is it possible for him to join?
So I'm checking with him. Actually, there is some setting change, and it is asking for a meeting ID. So I have shared with him. He will be joining in some time.
Okay.
I think we have already started with short table topic session already.
Right. Yeah. So I think on the constraint of time, is it okay if we keep the evaluation first and then TTM? What do you think?
Are the evaluators okay with that?
Yes, I'm fine.
Yes,
okay.
Fine.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That was my point.
Thanks. I will come to others in the voting time, so I'll not leave you. Thanks. Yes, Chitra, please take.
Okay, so before I start my evaluation, I'd like to first call upon Toastmaster Jeevita to provide Toastmaster Simran's evaluation.
Thank you, Chitra. Good afternoon, Toastmasters, and good afternoon, guests. I felt Simran's speech was a Jagannath speech. She had smiled throughout the speech, right from the start, the same energy. I definitely will not say the energy was very great, but she had maintained the same energy right from the start till the end. Kudos to you, Simran. Your voice modulation right from interacting with your manager convincing him, negotiating. It was great. Good usage of sounds, and you had good questions in between. You made sure that people answered your question. You had a good pause. Appreciation for that. And also, I would like to point out, you took live examples of our daily lives. Are you negotiating at that particular point in time? You are continuously asking people with the questions. That was good. What I felt little lagging in your speech was, I felt at some point in time the audience interaction, right? Though you had asked a lot of questions, maybe it was not that great, so that it's not pulling the audience that moment. You could add some more details or some more other things which will actually pull the audience attention immediately. And also one more thing is, maybe you can just try to stand up and give your speech. That will add value to it. Maybe your hand gestures, maybe you are doing your hand gestures, we're not able to see what's going on there, right? So that'll help you in your further steps. You're in a level 3, right? So I think they'll definitely will help you. And we did understand about different type of negotiations from your speech. Overall, very great speech. Kudos to you for completion of L3 P1. Over to you, G.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jivita. I'll reserve my comments for later section. Probably we'll have another evaluation section after the meeting. Naveen, are you there? Or should we continue?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, great. So should we continue with the table topics or finish the next evaluator?
We can continue with the table
Sure.
topics so that we can timer and our counter can share the report.
Sure. Yeah.
Thanks.
Sorry guys, what happened? My laptop started rebooting itself. Okay, and it's not coming up only. So I need to log in from my phone. Okay. So who's the volunteer first for the first table topic? If you guys are not volunteering yourself, I can pick your name. Okay, who can I pick? Okay. Okay. Let me pick Spurti. Hello.
Hi, Naveen. Hi.
Yeah. Your table topic is psychological pricing. See, in order to give background, right? When you go to any mall, right, you will always see this something sale price will be 99, 999, 2,999 like this. This is called psychological pricing. This is your table topic.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for picking me, Naveen. So since you quoted a shopping example, I would want to continue on that, which is the most obvious, that on a sale, when people would see something which is priced really high, but it says it's at a 50% off, you would not hesitate to go buy that. So do you think this is something that only people at malls try to show us? I would go with Toastmaster Simran's speech again. So all of us are equally important. It's very important how hard we work towards a release. But when there is a release time, there is psychological pricing there too. And here, I'm not merely speaking of the monetary grounds. We all work double harder, we sleep less. There's so much more time we spend in front of the laptop wondering why this bug was introduced, how was it introduced, who introduced this, only to realize it was us, especially me. When I am debugging this, I am the culprit here. However, coming back to the point of psychological pricing, so it's not just with the shopping commodities, like I was saying, it's also with respect to hunger. So when there is some really delicious food, no matter how hungry or not hungry you were, you would still binge on it. However, if it's something that you're not very fond of and you are full, you would not eat that anyway. So I would conclude by saying that psychological pricing is something very relatable, and I think it should still be there so that everybody realizes what every commodity is worth. Thank you.
Thanks, Purti. So who is next, guys? Hello.
I can go next. I'm
Sorry,
Jeevita. My name is Jeevita.
Okay.
I can go next. Yeah.
Okay. So your topic is nepotism.
What is it? Sorry.
Nepotism.
Okay. So this is related to the Sushant's, right? Just correct me if I'm wrong.
No, it's nepotism is something like even though let's take an example. Okay, I'm a director. I want to do an audition for people for one of the role, but even though there are talented people, I'll go and give it to some person who I know, who is my relative like that.
Okay.
So you can say favorism. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So good afternoon, Toastmasters, and good afternoon, guests again. I'm back. So I'd like to recall a short story. So there was a person who was working in a cracker shop. He was not working up to the mark. So and he lost his job also. He had one of his uncle working. He was working in a. I'm sorry, I'll come back again. Sorry. There was a person who was working in the flower shop. So he did not do his job properly. So he was thrown out of that flower shop, bouquet shop basically. And his uncle was working in a cracker shop. After a few days, he called his uncle. Uncle, I lost my job. Can you please help me? So his uncle had another person who was working for him. He fired him and got this guy there. After 1 week, the entire cracker shop has to be closed. You know the reason? So this guy who was working earlier in a bouquet shop, he had a habit of sprinkling the water every 5 minutes. Right? Now he came back to the cracker shop. Every 5 minutes, he started sprinkling the water. Within a week, all the crackers is done. So he had to, no other choice, he had to close the shop. So I think this very well explains of if you don't have enough, if you're not selecting a people based on their qualifications and based on the, I would say, whatever they know, this is what will happen. And I think this is a very good example. Yeah, over to you, PT.
Thanks, Jeevita. So who's next? Guys?
Yeah, Naveen, I will go next. Gaurav here.
Okay. So your topic is superstition.
Okay. Yeah. So when I when I listen this word superstition, first thing which comes in my mind is like a story of not story like one of my friends thing. Usually, what he used to do whenever some exam time is near, he used to start going all the temples and start collecting stones out of the temple. And he was having this superstition like if he collect those stones and he will sit in the exam, like he will keep that stone in his pocket, and if he write the exam, his exam will be very good. He will get good numbers. So yeah, so when he started doing that, other people, like, because we used to play a lot, and sometimes we would be having this scenario like we don't know anything on that subject. So what we used to do, we also used to keep that stone, and we used to write our exam. So this was a story which comes in my mind when I listen this word. But I feel like this is just like a hard thing where people when people don't want to go out of their comfort zone, then they will put some hard limit on them, and they will feel, okay, that's it, we have to just go till there, and this is our hard limit. So I feel this superstition is a hard limit for all of us, and if people will think freely, then we can do a lot about we can do a lot more. So yeah, and for some people it might be a very religious thing to follow, but I don't want to comment on that. But it is all about the perspective. That's why we are different. Thank you.
Thanks, Garvit. So guys, the last topic. Anybody? Anyone? Okay. So you are allowing me to pick. In that case, I'll pick Darshan. Hello? Am I audible?
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah. Darshan, your topic is reinvent.
Okay. Good afternoon, all. This is Toastmaster Darshan. As times change, there is always one constant thing that we need to focus on is reinventing ourselves for the changing times. They say the only constant thing in the whole world is change. And how do we take this head on is you have to improvise daily, improvise on various aspects that you are weak on, and keep on reinventing things and always seek for what is better. How can you do things in a different way? Reinvent might not be a very big jazzy or some great thing that you need to do. It can always be a small improvisation on things that you are already doing, seeing how you can improvise it better, how it can be done in a different way, so that there is a better outcome. Yeah, that's all I had to say about the word reinvent. Thanks, Naveen, for choosing me for this topic. Thank you.
Thanks, Darshan. Thanks, guys. That's all from my side.
Thanks a lot, Naveen. We were expecting something different from you, and you have not disappointed us. Thanks for the wonderful table topic session. Just to summarize the theme that we are discussing today, be different even if it meant to break the rules. Be different and be you. Be different and make sure you follow your intuition. And be different in the way that you like. Stand out need not be a successful person in the business or career or profession. Stand out in every single decision you make in the day-to-day life. And make sure to indulge your own story when you think back. So with this, I would like to conclude today's session, and over to you, SA, I think we can start. Sorry, I think we have gender evaluation. I completely forgot that. Yeah. Chitra, over to you. Please continue the gender evaluation.
Thanks, Toastmaster Nitya. I think I will start with you. Okay, anyway, joking. Okay, so I'll start from the very beginning. Okay, so I think the session started a few minutes late, which is not something that we do often, right? I think we are all proud of the way we start on time. So it is my request to all the role players and participants to join the meeting on time, or at least keep the SAA or the TMOD, make them aware that you will be joining late. And probably from today's meeting, there is a lesson that you provide. Let's say there was a table topics, provide the material to the SAA or the TMOD so that in your absence, or the Graminian, right, whoever, that role can be taken up by somebody as well. So that is one thing, right? Otherwise, the SAA, great job. I think you have been playing this role for quite a few sessions now. It is time that somebody else takes that up. Probably next time when we send out a mail, the SAA role can also be filled by somebody. But you've been very thorough in getting speakers, evaluators, people to take up roles when others leave. So great job there, Gaurav. Moving on to the TMOD, Nitya, I feel like whenever you speak, right, it is so from your heart and you really mean whatever you say. So that way, I think it is very nice to listen to you, and the topic that you chose was also very different. A few areas that I feel was probably some more practice, because there was some amount of hesitation and like I'm doing now, stammering, right? So yeah, I think that is one area I would feel that you could improve on, right? Moving on to the prepared speeches, I think Jeevita already gave Simran's evaluation, and for the level of speech, I would say Jeevita has covered pretty much everything, and I am happy that we're getting a lot of feedback from her. Right, so that our club and speakers improve. So what I want to say about Simran's speech is, I think the way you began was very interesting, right? And it is also interesting to note that the beginning of the speech was written after today, after this morning you spoke to your manager and started preparing the speech somehow. And who is this manager who allows to send old code base to the customer? Please tell me. Okay, having jokes apart, okay, it was very interesting to see the way the dialogues were played out between people, right? And there were proper expressions, and you could note that two different people were talking. So I think that is one of your strengths, the way you modulate your voice and talk, right? And you were able to pull in some amount of audience interaction also into your speech, so that was very well done. Somewhere I feel that you could let the examples drive the speech. I know it's a little bit more complicated to do, so that it doesn't look like somewhere I felt like I'm doing my PMP lessons or something, right? It was a lot of coaching. So maybe like give examples for each skill, and then say this is this, so that it is easier for people also to remember. That is one feedback that I have. Otherwise it was a great speech. Okay, so now that I have covered that, now I would like to call upon Toastmaster Spurti for evaluation of Garvit's speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chitra. Before I start off, there's just one thing I want to tell Rakesh, that I think you're trying to time Chitra as well. So there is no time limit for the general evaluator. You may have to reset your time for me now as an evaluator.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I cannot be stopped, Rakesh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, so I'll start off my evaluation now. So, hi Garvit, congratulations on completing your P2S2 speech. So your speech was so filled with so many football quotes, I mean, so many quotes by such football juggernauts. It was very impressive. So I would also like to quote something related to football. The ownership is unknown. I had heard somebody say that some people think football is a matter of life and death. And I can assure you that it is much more serious than that. So your speech basically summarized this for me. Your title was so apt and it was so relatable to the content that you had. Also, there were many takeaways from your speech. For example, I especially liked when you said that the never give up attitude that the footballers demonstrate is something we can all inculcate. So there was one line in your speech which said losing is a process. I'm not really sure if you misplaced a pause there, or you missed connecting or disconnecting to your next line. But the fact remains that I could really connect to it, and it's not very often we hear losing as a process. We generally hear success as a journey, and an elaborated, time-consuming act like that, and calling it losing. I really appreciate that. Since that was one of your feedback points, so I would give it to you that you have corrected your pauses well. Coming to your next feedback, which was voice modulation techniques. I'm sure you've worked really hard upon that, but I guess there's definitely some more effort that you can put in that aspect. For example, when you were quoting the 2010 match, there was definitely a little more zeal that you could have shown. So when you do this, it's much more easier and likable by the audience, and they would want to connect to your speech. It would be better for the audience to picturize what you are saying as well. Also, apart from these, there are some things which I personally appreciate in all speakers is when you stand up and then present your speech, which you did. So thank you on that. However, I would recommend that you could have a dry run before that, so that you know the exact orientation of how much of your body is exactly being shown in the video. That would help your speech a little more, and your body language would be better conveyed. Other than this, I enjoyed your speech. Congratulations on it again, and looking forward to more speeches from your end. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmasters Spurti. I think you pretty much covered everything that I have written down, but still, as I have to talk, I will. Okay, going to Garvit's speech. There's this quote saying, if you can speak well if you can relay what the message of your heart. And we all know that you're extremely passionate about football, right? And it came out through and through your speech. There was never a moment which was lacking in how do you say like which was not heartfelt, right? And this is my second time listening to your speech, and I found it equally interesting. I'm sure many people who are listening to it for the second time would agree with that, right? But I would like to also second what Spurti said. Is first thing that I noted was the camera placement. Basically it was looking upwards, right? And it was not a very pleasing view to see, right? That was one thing. The second thing was like Spurti again mentioned, you have worked on, because I listened to your previous speech, you have worked on your voice modulation, but I think there is some more room for improvement there. And the pauses and everything came out well this time. One more thing that I would like to see you improve upon was the fact that probably, I don't know, the way the speech was structured, there could be like, for example, the scenario where you explained when you were 11 years old and Spain won, right? Maybe create some more suspense and include audience interaction. I don't know, let's say ask people to close their eyes and imagine that, I mean, how they do in movies, right? Towards the end, they build up, even though you know the hero is going to win the match. Yeah, something like that, if you can bring in, so that audience is more involved, and there is a element of suspense created, especially in a sports themed speech. Probably you can try that. I mean, it is just a suggestion, right? Other than that, yeah, it was a great speech, a lot of very interesting quotes, and very well you had juxtaposed life, how your life in general and football is really well, right? So great job there. Thank you, Toastmaster Garvit, on completing your second speech. Thanks. Next, I'd like to call upon the timer, Rakesh, for his report.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So, time report for today. Speeches given by Garvit Gupta and Simran. Garvit Gupta completed his speech in 6 minutes 34 seconds within time. Simran finished her speech within 6 minutes 30 seconds. It's also within time. Table topics, there were 4 candidates. First was Spurti, who taken 1 minute 59 seconds within time. Jeevita taken 1 minute 38 seconds within time. Gaurav took 1 minute 48 seconds. Darshan took 1 minute 11 seconds within time. And evaluators, evaluators, Jeevita took 1 minute 47 seconds, which was under time. And Spurti took 2 minutes 40 seconds within time. That's my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rakesh. That was a very clinical report. I think very comprehensive too. Next, can we call upon the counter for his report?
Yeah, thanks, Toastmaster Chitra. Here is my report. First speaker, Toastmaster Garvit. Clinical execution, I would say. There were no fillers at all. The tone that you had is a very rich, and it was like a documentary grade tone. I would say it was as if listening to David Attenborough or Neil deGrasse Tyson. Second speaker, Simran. There were few so's that were used, which you can work how to avoid them. One observation was on the syllable I that you were putting expression and using, like I and sometimes I and I, the variations of I. That was one observation I have. Toastmaster Jivita, Toastmaster Spurti, and Toastmaster Naveen. The speeches were flawless. I couldn't find any filler words or crutches. Toastmaster Gaurav, couple of likes that were used, which could be replaced with pauses. Toastmaster Nitya perfectly carried out your speech. There were a couple of pauses which were minor, however, but otherwise it was a perfect speech. I think Toastmaster Chitra, again, exemplary speech as always. There were few hours. They were kind of embedded within. It was a little hard to find out. But otherwise, a flawless speech. That's what my report is. Over to you, Toastmaster Chitra.
Thank you, Toastmaster Darshan. I just realized that I forgot the table topic section to evaluate. So I'll start with Toastmaster Naveen. First of all, I would like to thank you for returning to Toastmaster. You bring an element of surprise and fun to Toastmaster sessions every time. So please keep attending the sessions and taking up roles, right? And also I was hoping at least this way we would finally be able to see you, because your camera never works. So probably try to be on video from next time onwards, right? But otherwise, one more thing, Naveen, probably describe the topic a little bit more before the speaker is able to understand, right? So for example, the psychological pricing was a little hard topic. Like that way I would like to appreciate Toastmaster Spurti for managing to talk for so long on that topic, right? And similarly, I think the topic on nepotism, which is quite current. So after psychological pricing, I was like, okay, gone only. But the topics were easy and more relatable. So good that you did that. I think one more thing was probably you can add a few comments or something after each speaker talk, so that it is encouraging for others to take up also, right? That is one thing that you can work upon. That was my comment on the table topics. Moving on now, I think we can call upon the grammarian, Toastmaster Sairam.
Thanks, Chitra. So as they say, raise your words, not your voice. It's rain that goes flows, not thunder. So I think we saw a decent display of words today in this session. And there were a few words which I think were new words for us, and some words which are not so often repeated. For example, I heard Darshan just say clinical precision, introspection, and psychological pricing, of course. So a lot of these new words that we could learn. So it's good to see those things being used. Apart from that, I also saw a wonderful display of quotes, both from Garvit, Nitya, and a couple from others as well. So nice to see those as well. Just one instance of a typo in pronunciation, if I can call it that way. It was with regards to the nepotism. So just something to keep in mind. But apart from that, I say overall a good display of grammar and some new words added to our lexicon. Thanks. Over to you, Chitra.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sairam. Thank you for that report. It would have been good, Sairam, if you could also provide report on how many people use the word of the day, and generally some of the, if you could like give examples of some of the good usage that was done, probably something that you can keep in mind for the next time.
Yeah, sorry, I just missed that. I noted down 5 uses of the word of the day.
Okay.
Thanks for pointing it out.
Yeah, thanks for that, Saram. So moving on, I think I have pretty much summed up the entire session as we went along. So I would like to call upon Toastmaster Nitya to take the stage back.
Thanks, Chitra. Sorry for concluding so early. So now we can move on to the voting session. I think the SAA might have started it. Yes.
Yeah, links are in our chat.
I think Chitra, we missed evaluation for this table topic speaker.
Thanks, man. Okay. Yeah, I think what I have written down is the topics and the names. So pretty much everyone, yeah, like I had said, the first topic was very difficult according to me, right? So given that, keeping that in mind, it was a great attempt by Spurti. I mean, somewhere in the middle, of course, it was not on topic, but I don't think I would have been able to talk for more than 30 seconds on that. So good job there, right? Moving on, I think the next topic was nepotism by Jeevita. I think given that it's a very current topic and her speech was very clear and gave proper example, and I mean, it was nice to listen to a story and bring it all back to the actual topic in hand, right? So great job there, Jeevita. Next up was superstition with Gaurav. Again, a very relevant topic, right? And you managed to sidestep the religion angle really well. So kudos on that, right? And I mean, it is very difficult to not get into that while we are talking about such topics. So you did a good job, managed that really well. Probably some more relevant examples like, I don't know, I mean, Kali Billi or something like that would have made the speech a little more fun, right? And the last was Darshan and the reinvent. I think it was almost like bowling a, what is that called? A full toss with Darshan, and it like just hit it out of the park, right? So, I mean, it was extremely to the point and really well executed table topic speech by Darshan. I don't have a lot of improvement areas there. Yeah, that's all my report for individual table topic speaker. Thanks. Thanks for pointing out, Naveen.
Thanks, Chitra. So please spend a few minutes to share your vote and feedback. Probably whomever is done would like to discuss on the same, or probably share your experience, or when you thought, yes, I did something different. So probably this time, instead of picking, I want the probably come front in the sense, and you can just share your thoughts. You want me to pick, I can do that. Otherwise, you can just raise your hands and start your share your thinking. Okay, as the time runs out, should I pick one? Yeah, probably Darshan, can you share? I mean, probably something that you thought I did. Yes, I did something different. Probably that event, something like that. If you have, can you share with us?
Okay. So it is about being how we are different, right? Just to relate with other speakers, I completely agree with the thoughts. And to add on to that, my point is that there will be a lot of influencers throughout our life. There are two kinds of influencers, I would say, who we know, immediate people surrounding us. And there are few influencers, very indirect ones whom we don't know. Probably we grasp things from all of these guys, knowingly and unknowingly. And that's what shapes us and makes us who we are. And probably gives a perception that, how we are different among each other. Right? So yeah, that's my thought.
Thanks a lot, Darshan.
Thanks, Nitya.
I think I could have talked to each one of you, and your input is, much better than mine, I think. Thanks a lot for your input. Still, we are waiting for the other participants. Can someone else can share probably any moment in your life that you felt, yes, I did something different. So can someone come forward to explain it? One, two, three. Okay, I'm going to pick now. Yeah, the Inky Pinky Ponky is over. Probably I'll pick Spurti.
Hey, hi, sorry, I was doing something else right via my pet.
Okay. In your life so far, any moment that you thought, yes, I did something different. So can you share that moment with us?
I did something different. Okay. So, cooking is not something that I always enjoyed, but these days it's something that I don't have a choice, but it's also something that I am enjoying. So, just 2 days ago, I did make a paneer dish, and there's one ingredient, I would not name it, which my family is very fond of. And lack of time, I conveniently missed adding it, but however nobody noticed, probably because I balanced it out with my other special ingredients and my special touch. So I did do something different and everybody enjoyed it. So that's something I can think of right now. Thanks, Nitya.
It was great, Spurti. Thanks. So still SA not got all the responses, I think. Can we pick one more person to share their thought? Say.
Anita, we have 9 responses. I think we have 13 participants. So is anyone facing any issue in accessing the link? Please let me know.
Okay, meanwhile, can someone else please this time come forward to share your experience, the moment you felt, yes, I did something different? Okay, my next Tinky Pinky Ponky, probably Sairam is the one. Sairam, can you share your thoughts?
I have a bad sense of memory, so I would no, I'd rather talk about the other topic that you had discussed earlier on why probably I thought I was different. It was my wife who made me realize that. Because just after marriage, she said in Tamil, which actually meant who else would have married you except me. So I kind of realized that something is wrong, something is different. That was on a lighter note, but I think each one of us are different in certain ways, and we are the same in certain ways. It depends upon which lens do you use to view something. And I don't see anything good or bad in either things, being different or being the same. But I think it's okay to be same or okay to be different. It really doesn't matter. As far as you are dharmic, that is what I think is more important. Thanks, Nitya.
Thanks, Sairam. That was wonderful. Thanks. Okay. So I think we have still not got all the responses. I'll pick one more speaker, in the sense not speaker, yeah, to share their thoughts. Jeevita, can you share your opinion on the moment that you felt, yes, I did something different?
Yeah. So hope all of you can see me, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you see a black mole here. So every time people who notice me, right, during my school days, it was just a dot. And after 10th, it started growing. As in when I grew up, this mole also started growing. So many, before my wedding or during my college days, many people said, why don't you take it? It's very weird. People notice you by people call you by having, hey, that girl, no, that girl with the black mole. That's how they actually say. But for me, I see my face in the mirror daily. I don't notice it. It's different. I'm different from other people, but it does not make a big difference to me. I feel comfortable. I don't feel anything different out of it. So I've seen so many instances with this. But if we are accepting what it is as it is, then I think we are good to go. So everybody, each and every individual is different. So we'll have to accept the individual as it is. That's what I feel.
Thanks a lot. It was well said. Accept what we are. That's good. Thanks, Jivita. So, SAE, can you confirm all the votes are received?
Yeah, Nitya, I have shared it with you over Teams. Could you please check?
Okay, thanks. No, I have still not received in the Teams.
Yeah, it is
yes,
there.
Right. Yeah, yes. Okay, I'll share the screen as such, right? Okay. Let me share the screen.
Nitya, I just want to add one thing. For this table topic, I think we got another response, and that like tie has been resolved now. I will ping you separately the name. Maybe you can announce for others.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Okay. I think I've already shared. Yeah, the best. I don't know. Am I the one supposed to announce? Anyway, so the best speaker award goes to Simran. Congratulations, Simran.
Thank you.
Okay. The next, the best evaluator goes to. Sorry, I'm just consuming time.
Yeah, I can help. Like best evaluator goes to Spurti.
Yes, Spurti. And stop staring. Yeah, and the best table topic speaker goes to
It's Jivita.
Yeah, Jivita. And the best, the best role player goes to me. I couldn't believe that. Thank you. So congratulations all the participants. Yeah. So as I said, it was really a different meeting, I think, because we have done it in a different way this time. So thanks for all your the things that you have shared. It's really good. Thanks a lot. I'll sorry, over to you, President Chitra.
Thanks, Toastmaster Nitya. Thank you everyone for attending the meeting, taking the time out, and also playing various roles. Toastmaster Jivita, one thing I would like to point out is a mole on a cheek is a beauty spot, so you don't have to worry about it, right? Okay. So we're going to be sending out a mail for various roles this time. So please volunteer early and also ping others to volunteer, right? So that we don't have to wait till the last minute to fill in roles. With that, I would like to close the meeting today. Thank you so much, everyone. It was a great meeting.
Thanks, everyone. Please spend few minutes to share your feedbacks too. That really helps each one of us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Have a nice time.